What's up, everybody? So I'm not gonna keep y'all here long, right? I just got something I want to say really quick. I know y'all probably at work. It's your lunch break. Thank you for tuning in really quick. I know y'all ain't seen me all week, and I will be back later on this evening. I got some really exciting news and some updates about this Black Agenda tour. So I'll be back this evening to discuss that a little bit. But I wanted to say something about this movie, right? I'm not really a person that does reviews on movies. I don't give a fuck as a critic, right? But it's funny to me because I've shared my opinion on this movie that black folks do not want to give. And black folks is mad at me. So this is why I want to talk about it, right? So this is the thing about the movie I want to tell y'all that black folks do not want to tell y'all, right? Because we're in this position of we got to support all black people. We have to love on them. Now, you can still support this brother in his movie, but let me say this. The movie Us was some bullshit. And I'm going to tell y'all why it was some bullshit, right? And I need y'all to hear me, okay? I'm just having the hardest time with this, right? This is not a serious video. It's actually a funny video. This shit is hilarious to me. So let me just put this out there, black people, okay? Just because a person is black doesn't mean that we have to lie and give them more credit than necessary, all right? Yes, it was dumb. Thank you. See, but this is what's killing me, you guys. And when I say dumb, let me say this. Let me get this out the way first of all. He is a black man. I love to Get Out, right? I didn't like this movie. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to support him in another movie, but I'm going to just keep it real and say this movie was some bullshit. And I'm going to tell you exactly why it was some bullshit. So if you ain't seen it, I might spoil some shit for you. I ain't going into all the details. We had some moments where I laughed. Like, for example, you know, the white people got killed first in the movie, like quick and real fast. You know how they do black folks in the movie. So that's what's up, right? And so I thought that was pretty cool. So the movie has some little funny moments. But let me tell you something, right? Because I've had black people tell me, well, you full of shit. How you going to critique this movie and say something about it? When do you critique white people's entertainment? Let me tell y'all something. I don't spend money on white people's entertainment. I haven't been to the movies in, a long ass time. Since Get Out, right? Since the Black Panthers. I don't go to the damn movies, but I spent almost $200 taking everybody to the movies to see this shit this weekend. Therefore, I'm allowed to have a motherfucking comment, all right? So miss me with that bullshit. I do not have to say this movie was great because he's black. I spent almost $200 and I'm telling you, I'm not mad I spent it because I spent a lot of money on white people bullshit. We all do. So he keep that money and that's all good. I'm going to go see the next movie. But let me say one thing about this movie, you guys. And let me tell all of these, I'm so deep, so deep that I'm just, they don't went so deep on us that they so deep we can't get to them, right? You know, the motherfuckers so smart, they stupid. I'm gonna need all you black people to stop having these fucking videos on here talking about us explain. 42 things you missed in the movie. The collard greens on the stove you didn't see, right? The reason you didn't understand the motherfucking ending. Let me tell you something, okay? I was happy and I was hopeful for this movie because Mechee likes suspenseful, scary movies. They're my best. And people make the most shittiest scary movies today and suspenseful movies. That's why Mechee don't go to the movies, right? But I was like, a black man, he in this motherfucker. Yes, we about to have some good-ass movies up in here. So I get all geeked. I smoke my little blunt, take me a little shot with my girl. We catch some lifts out there so we ain't got to drive. We got all these kids, all these folks with us, and we go to the movies. And I'm excited as hell. And now I'm very disappointed. Let me tell you something about scary movies, right? Let's not get caught up in the fact that this man is black and we just want to give him credit for that, okay? We have to understand good movies and sucky-ass movies. And I will tell you this. If you go and watch that movie, you are going to need somebody to explain that shit to you because I left confused as fuck. Now, I'm not a stupid motherfucker. Let me tell you this, right? Not stupid. So, all of these black people on YouTube talking about, let me explain this and explain that, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Nobody knows what the fuck he was talking about. Let's be real. We got 50,000 videos on here explaining this movie, and everybody's explanation is different. So how the fuck y'all know what y'all talking about? Because if you knew what you was talking about to explain it, wouldn't we all have the same explanation of the movie? None of y'all know what y'all talking about. None of y'all know what you're talking about. Well, when he had this symbolism and that symbolism, it meant this, it meant that, it meant that. You motherfuckers don't know. Let me tell you something. You're going to need a whole nother movie for him to explain to you what his movie was about. Now, don't get me wrong. There were some things in the movie. He used some symbolism. He used some things that we could all look at and be like, okay, I get what he's trying to say there. But then some other shit would come up and you'd be like, well, what I thought he meant, now this kind of null and voids that. And now I'm fucking confused. Mechee ain't dumb. I left that movie theater and half the black people in the lobby waiting for their rides. We was all motherfucking confused. Understand me, okay? If you're going to have a movie, I'm going to need you that if you leave me confused and if you're going to use symbolism, you need to use symbolism that is general, that everybody can understand. Not some shit you and your grandma came up with when you were 6 and it means something to you. And we don't know what the fuck it means, Jordan Peele. We don't know, okay? So even when you watch a good scary movie or suspenseful movie, let me give you guys another pointer. Even if I'm confused during the movie, we do know that when we get to the end of the movie, something should happen that explains it all. How many of y'all been in a movie like that? And you're like, I don't know what the fuck going on here. Then you get to the end and you be like, oh, now it makes sense. That didn't happen in this movie. That did not happen at all. It did not happen at all. So I'm going to need to tell y'all and all these black folks on here talking about, well, let me explain it. Nigga, the only person in the world that can explain this movie is Jordan Peele. So, and he gonna have to make a whole... I'm mad that I have to go to the movies and watch a 2-hour movie, and then I gotta turn around, right? And then I gotta watch a whole nother hour on commentary or a whole nother movie to explain what I just watched. That's not a good movie, y'all. It's not. That's not how movies work, right? That's not how good entertainment works. So I'm just being real. Now, I'm still going to support this brother. I mean, everybody's allowed to flip-flop, right? I mean, we know, what's his name? Will Smith. Like, we love him. He's one of the greatest actors ever. But y'all know when he was in Wild Wild West, we was like, boo, boy, why you do that? But nobody turned their back on him. So I'm not telling nobody. Right? Something I did at the end, I realized the lady was the shadow the whole time. Okay, but let me ask you something, Delvin. So the fact that she was the shadow the whole time, doesn't that mean that nothing else in the movie fucking made sense? So if this bitch knew what was going on and she was really the shadow person, why the fuck was she acting like she didn't know what was going on when the people came to her house? Come on now. So this is what I'm saying. What was all the people holding their hands across America with all the red things? What did the scissors represent? The cutout doll? Okay. What was all the rabbits? Now, you think you know what the rabbits mean, but tell me what the 3 black rabbits meant that made a perfect triangle. Like, what the fuck that was? Illuminati? I don't know. Why was everybody acting like the roller coasters in the round shit? He had so much shit going on. We don't know what you was talking about, bro. And I'm not paying or watching a whole nother hour of some commentary to figure out what the fuck I just watched. I'm just saying. So, this is the funnier part, though. Black folks is mad at me, right? I'm not going to be in here long. I'm going to let y'all get to y'all little, lunch break or whatever y'all doing. I will be back this evening, but I will say this to black people, right? Why you got to be talking shit about a black man? As black people, we have to stop. We have to stop doing that, right? We can say that the movie is bullshit. I am someone who spent almost $200 to support this man's movie, right? Right, it represents cloning. So what was the 3 black ones? I'm not saying there wasn't shit that I don't understand. What I'm telling you is there's 5 different things that rabbits could mean, right? When you talk about symbolism. Right? It's many things they can mean. And then he had the 3, did you notice? There was 3 brown or black rabbits that were positioned in a complete upside down pyramid, right? So this is my thing. Did they mean new life or rebirth? Because once you kill these things, I mean, I'm not even finna go into all of that, right? Because like I said, you can break down some of the symbolism, but then there's other shit that you don't know what the fuck is going on. He has way too much going on in this movie. Let me explain something to y'all about abstract. Now, a painting can be abstract. What does that mean? That means somebody makes a fucking piece of art and everybody looks at it, right? Looks at it and they can all get something different from what you see in the painting. Movies should not be abstract. Movies should have a clear intention, right? When you was in school, did they not tell you who's the main characters? What's the point of the story? What's the set and what the fuck is going on? Like, don't they ask you that? Like, that's how we set up the plot to the story. You cannot make a movie and have a movie be abstract. If 50,000 people watch the movie and they all walk away with a different perception of what you were talking about, to me, you failed when you're talking about a movie. This is not a fucking Picasso. So I'm saying people left the movie, everybody got their interpretation, but the truth is none of you motherfuckers know what y'all talking about because we don't know what he's talking about. The only way we gonna know is if he come forward and he tell you what he was talking about. He was doing way too much. The brother went so deep, like he went deep, we couldn't even follow his ass. The oxygen don't take us that low. We didn't know where the fuck he was going. And I'm telling you this as a smart person who was excited to see this movie, right? So I'm not telling you not to see. I was so confused. And let me tell you this. Friday, I went to see the movie. Saturday morning, before I could even get out of bed, there was somebody said hidden codes. I got it. Understand? You a lie. You ain't got that shit. You stop lying. You got everything that he was symbolizing. Please break it down for me. I'm away. Break it down for me in just like 2 paragraphs. A good movie, you should be able to be like, this is the meaning. What's the meaning? Explain it all to me, please. Explain it to me. Because you lying. All of this, I understand, I overstand. Y'all black people killing me that I got the movie. No, the fuck you didn't. Would you quit lying? Because your understanding, if you go look at other videos, somebody else understanding is something completely different. We all got a different understanding. Yeah, it's inside of you, and only you know what the fuck you talk about, because don't nobody else know what the fuck you talking about. Yes, okay, somebody said I disagree. Get Out had lots of deep symbolism. I didn't say that Get Out didn't, right? I understood Get Out when I walked away. I did. I understood and I got the symbolism. He used a lot of things that people understood that were general symbolisms. The few little things that people might not have understood. People was trying to explain why the white girl was eating Fruit Loops, right? And Get Out with the bowl of cereal and the milk separate. Sometimes niggas want to be so deep it ain't necessary. Who even knows that the Fruit Loops meant anything in Get Out? So shit like that didn't matter. But I walked away from Get Out and I understood what the fuck the movie was about. You go watch this movie, you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Now, I'm not saying there weren't funny moments. I'm not saying there wasn't moments in the movie that I was like, that was funny or that was scary. But the whole overall theme of the movie, he was doing too much. He put 50,000 fucking symbols in that movie that are, ooh, shit, you got to get with your subliminal. No, nigga, I want to know what the movie is about. I came here to be scared, be in suspense. I didn't come here to get a deep-ass lesson in the Illuminati and have to understand what all y'all motherfucking codes and symbolisms is. I didn't come here for that, okay? I came to be scared. I wanted to jump every now and then. I wanted to laugh a little bit, and I wanted to go home and be like, that was a good-ass movie. That's not what the fuck happened. And I want you to know that plenty of people feel that way. You wake up the next morning, there are all kind of articles saying, if you left the movie theater confused and you didn't know what the movie was about, let us explain it to you. No, fuck out of here. You don't pay all that money to go watch a movie and then you got to read some other shit or spend some more time to understand what you just watched. That's a fail to me, right? So let me say this and end it. I'm going to let y'all get back to your stuff. Tariq Nasheed said he had to watch it twice to get the movie. That's what I'm saying. He had to watch it twice, but even in that second time, he wasn't enjoying the movie. He was out there with a pen and a paper like, okay, what do this mean? He was probably Googling some shit. What does this symbol mean? Who the fuck got time to do all that when you just simply want to go watch a movie, bruh? I'm just saying. Somebody said, shout out to you, Raiders Games, for the donation. He said, Get Out equals 3 years to write. Us less than 1 year. And Wild High, this happens when the studio wants them hit. It was rushed. It happened when dollars involved. But see, check this out. He made plenty of money, right? And so I get you. He took 3 years to write it or whatever. But I'm just saying, the brother may come out with some really great movies down the road. I am not telling y'all not to support this brother. I'm not telling y'all that. I'm just telling y'all the real. I mean, sometimes as black people, we can't say anything negative because we got to just support black people. To me, that's some bullshit. The movie was whack as fuck. And just because he's black, I'm not going to fucking tell y'all it wasn't. So that is my perspective. My kids didn't enjoy it. The people I was with didn't enjoy it. We all left scratching our head. I was like, damn, I spent all this money for this. The jujubes was even stale. I was upset, right? So in saying that, though, let me say this to all of the people, the black people who are upset with me. Somebody said I enjoyed the film. Good. I'm glad you did. I was like, I mean, I laughed at some moments, you know, but I didn't think it was a good movie. Right, it was overhyped. Somebody I had said I have not seen it. So I just want to leave everybody with this last note because I've got some black people who have told me, well, you talking about black folks, why you can't support? Look at this and look at that. I did support, motherfuckers. I spent almost $200 on this nigga movie. Did you hear that, right? So I did support and I will continue to support. But before black people get mad at me, I'm going to leave y'all on this note. Before you get mad at me because I simply said that the man's movie wasn't that great, I wasn't really happy with this one. I enjoyed the last one. We'll see what the next one is like. I'm not telling you not to support him. But before you get mad at me because I'm a black woman who just decided I didn't like the movie, which a lot of people decided they didn't like the movie. I'm not the only one that feels this way, but black people don't want to say it like we're doing something wrong by saying this, right? So if there's something right, yeah, I'm talking about, the movie Us. So, and shout out to you, Donald. Thank you for that. So, you know, I want to say this, though. Before you get mad at me saying that I'm like raining on a black man's parade, I want everybody in here to remember this one small note. You don't get to get mad at me and say you can't talk down on a black man without supporting him because you do know he made $67 million opening night. I'm sure he will make hundreds of millions before it's all said and done. And I would just like to remind all of you guys before you say that shit to me, before you say it to me, I want y'all to know that he is transferring all of that wealth to his white woman. He is married to a white lady, right? So if he can be married to a white woman and he can fucking take all that money that we use to support his ass, that if this bitch divorced him, if he motherfucking died, you know who getting all that shit? Motherfucking Becky. So this nigga is transferring all the wealth that we done gave him by supporting him to a white woman. I'm cool. It didn't stop me from buying his fucking tickets, right? So I bought the tickets. I still supported the brother. But if this nigga can give all his money to this white chick, that is his wife, not his fucking girlfriend, right? Legally, all that shit kind of belongs to her too. Then I'm allowed to say this nigga movie was whack. Fuck out of here. You don't get to check me as a black woman because of that, right? Go check him about the white woman he's giving all the money to. I gave my $200. I paid $200 to say that movie was bullshit, and I'm going to say it. And if you think I'm wrong because I'm black, that's your motherfucking problem, not mine. So with that said, if you want to go see the movie, go see the movie. Hey, it's up to you. Go and support the man, but I would tell you the movie is very confusing. I would have just liked him to stick to a theme of maybe a scary movie, right? A suspenseful movie. I think that he did try to get deep, and I think he tries to put a lot of symbolisms in his movies because he's trying to make a point subconsciously to throw stuff out to you, which is not a bad thing, but if you go too far to the left with that, you confuse a lot of people, and people don't want to go to the movie and be confused. Yes, I spent $200 for a movie because I took a lot of people. When you go at night, I don't know what y'all pay. It's like $10.75 here for the movies, right? So I paid for my girls to go. I brought my kids. They wanted some friends in the neighborhood to go, so we all went to the movies, right? And yeah, it cost me almost $200 between all of the tickets and all of the snacks because we was trying to go have fun. I was hanging out with the hood, all the kids around here, and my girls, and I spent almost $200 on that shit. I ain't mad about it. I'm just saying, if I done spent that much to support a brother movie, I got the right to say that movie was some bullshit. So with that said, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Like I said, stop hating on me. Go worry about that white woman that Jordan Peele is giving all that money to instead of me not supporting a brother by telling a lie just because he's simply black. Truth is truth. He might be black, but he's still married to a white woman. And the movie was whack as fuck. So with that said, y'all laugh the next time y'all see one of these people on here talking about the movie Us Explained. You niggas don't know what you talk about. I dare y'all to go and click on like 3 different videos that say the movie Us Explained. Go and click on it and watch how everybody has a different explanation. If it was that clear and that apparent, and you got it so well, how come all of y'all interpretations of what he was talking about is different? We're going to need Jordan Peele to come forward and explain this shit himself. What do you have to say for yourself, Jordan Peele? We don't know what the fuck you was talking about, bruh. With that said, though, I'm going to let y'all go. I will be back later on this evening. I promise. I know I say that, but I got a whole lot done last week. I have a really great announcement to make. The way business works, though, I cannot make it until later on this afternoon once everything is finalized. But I'm excited. So the black agenda on tour, we're coming to a city near you, you guys, and we got some really dope guests coming. Some folks that's going to be with us in this longevity of this thing, trying to make some change in this country. So y'all make sure y'all come back and y'all find out about this announcement that I have. And then we'll get into some of this other bullshit that's been going on all week since I've been gone. With that said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I want to thank you for the few donations. I want to thank y'all for taking this moment to chill with me. And I want to thank y'all in advance for bringing your asses back later. And I will check you guys out at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here. You make sure you're here too. And I'll talk to you guys later.